And there goes Tyreek. He's probably doing about 110.
Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man.
Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Damn. What part of blood are you doing this?
This is outside Dolphin Stadium, and we have the highway patrol here just waiting for someone to do something wrong. Cop should have had his helmet on already. When you're in traffic, always have your helmet on, especially when you're on a motorcycle. You're in a high-risk situation. Never take your helmet off. And there goes Tyreek. He's probably doing about 110. Let's see that again. Damn, this cop is driving fast to catch up to Tyreek.
What's your speeding?
Why'd you pull me over? I don't know, you're doing 120.
Move forward.
Here's an important part. Look at Tyreek's windows right there. They are open, and they should be open when you're interacting with the police. Still open right now. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we got it here. 6 o'clock.
If you look closely, he closes the window, which doesn't make sense. You're about to interact with the police. You know you were speeding. You know you're going to have to give your license and registration and everything else. It doesn't make sense to close the window, especially if they're tinted. It puts you and the officer at risk.
Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man. Don't knock on
Why don't you have your seat?
Straight away, we're looking at two people that are trying to establish their dominancy over each other. That knock was not obnoxious at all. It wasn't a loud knock. It was actually a soft knock. The first thing Tyreek said was, "Don't knock on my window like that." Not hello, not how you doing. Don't knock on my window like that. It does look like he has his license ready and he hands it over. That's smart.
Don't knock on my window.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on?
Don't knock on my window like that, no.
Like what?
Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up?
So both guys are trying to establish dominancy over each other. The cop's asking, why don't you have your seatbelt on? And Tyreek is refusing to answer, and he's doing that intentionally. And he's saying, don't knock on my window like that. Again, what he's really saying is, I want to establish dominancy in this situation.
Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here.
Don't knock
That
on
way you
my
can lower
window.
it and talk to
Just
you.
get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm finna be late, gang.
Give me my ticket. I'm going to be late. Again, this is all psychological, and they're establishing their dominancy over each other. Tyreek generally is the one that is in the dominant situation, whether it's on the field, picking up snow bunnies, and even driving. But when he gets pulled over, he needs to recognize that he no longer has control. Whenever you get pulled over, don't worry about what the cop is doing. Always comply. The way you fight officers legally is in court. On the street, cops are king. Until you get into court, then you make your move. It is not smart to fight an enemy when they have the advantage. Here, the cop does have the advantage.
Do what you gotta do.
Keep it down. Hey! Keep your window down.
He rolls the window up again. The officer tells him to roll it down. It's an instruction from an officer. He just should comply here. He's yelling. I don't know what he's saying. Maybe test me, something like that.
Hey! Keep your window down.
Don't tell me what.
Keep your window down.
Don't tell me what to do. And again, that falls right into line with the theory that both are trying to establish a dominancy over each other. Now, if you're a police officer, you should be trained in how to de-escalate a situation, because American citizens do have rights. They can curse at you. They can yell at you. And a lot of times it goes the wrong way. A police officer is in the best advantage to actually de-escalate the situation. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. But clearly these two are not battling over a speeding ticket. This is battling over psychological dominance over each other.
I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car.
Give me your ass.
Get out of the car.
Give me your ass. We'll break that freaking window.
Get out of the car.
Okay, so now you have another officer coming in, and he's way more aggressive, does not understand how to de-escalate the situation. I'm wondering if this is the cop that was suspended. We did hear that one officer was suspended. It may be the guy that's coming in and saying, I'm gonna break your freaking window.
Get out.
Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Damn. What part of ground are you in this car?
Yeah, so one cop is definitely more aggressive than the other. Now, the issue is for both of them. Because of the tinted windows, because of the situation that they can't see Tyreek's hands, both Tyreek and the officer are in a dangerous situation that they don't need to be in. Clearly, he was speeding, and it doesn't look like he had a justified reason to do so. This is just my opinion based upon my observation. Assuming he didn't have a valid reason to speed and getting to the football game is not a valid reason, he was in the wrong initially. Remember, if you're driving that fast, if a kid comes out on the road, you will kill them. The higher the speed, the greater the likelihood that someone will be. When you're confronting someone in their automobile as a police officer, you do not know if the person has a weapon. You want to see their hands at all times. As the officer, you need to control the situation within the confines of our laws.
Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, dude.
Tyreek's on the phone with his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, and he's telling him he's getting arrested. It's not as if an agent can go there and actually prevent this from happening, but a lot of these players rely heavily upon their agents whenever they get in trouble.
I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro.
Drew did a great job for Tyreek. He actually just negotiated the highest contract for an NFL receiver.
Damn, twin.
When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand?
I'm getting out,
You
bro.
understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you. You're a little fucking confused.
I'm getting out.
So obviously this cop is way more aggressive. What he's saying is actually true though. When we tell you to do something, just do it. This could have been prevented on both ends. Mainly it could have been prevented by Tyreek initially not speeding. It appears he was going really fast. Again, this is just my opinion based upon the observation of this video. Don't rely upon anything I say here for legal advice. If you ever have any legal questions, get your own attorney. Here, because it appears that Tyreek was breaking the law initially, he was the one in the best situation to prevent this from happening at all. Drivers do speed, and if you get caught, then you got to comply.
Too late. Too late.
Alright, bro, take me to jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey.
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone.
So he's trying to talk to Drew, and the officer that's way more aggressive is saying, I hung up the phone.
Stop crying.
Bro.
Stop crying. Yeah, I could see how the customer service level by this officer is not that great. When you're getting thrown to the ground, you would expect the officer to treat you with a certain type of decorum. So now Tyreek is not in the dominant position. He's not used to being in this situation. So now he's looking for a justification for him being in the subservient position. Why were you beating on my window like crazy? We saw that that's a lie. The officer that was actually knocking on the window was not the aggressive officer. He was knocking on it. He was telling him to keep it down. He was not knocking hard. It was an unreasonable knock. And Tyreek did not follow the instructions of the officer.
I ain't do nothing, twin. Hey, hold on, pull to the side, yo.
There was another player that eventually pulls to the side. That will be in part 2 of this video, but I wanted to go through this initial video and show you what occurred prior to what everyone's looking at. If you just analyze the situation based upon a portion of a video, it's incorrect. We now know it appears that Tyreek was driving excessively fast. It doesn't appear that he had a valid legal reason for doing so, and by doing that, he's putting many people's lives in danger. So now they want him to sit on the curb. And he's saying, hold on, twin. Those of you who are not black like me, the word twin is something we use when we're talking with someone that's not necessarily our friend, but that's just there.
I just had surgery on my knee.
Now that he's not in the dominant position, he's trying to gain some form of sympathy by explaining to them, I just had surgery on my knee. Nobody cared. While that may be true, we know that just hours later, he's able to perform at an extremely high level on the field. He's even scored a touchdown. He was able to run, sprint. So by claiming that he just had knee surgery, he wasn't saying it to inform the officers to handle him with care. He's again trying to establish some form of control in a situation where he's not in control right now. Remember, he's now handcuffed. They're asking him to sit, and he's not used to being told to sit.
I just heard you in your ears when we chill, bro. Chill, bro. Hey, don't do, bro. Back up. Hey, come on.
Back off.
Call Drew. He's asking to call his agent there. I want to go back and listen to what the aggressive officer is saying with regard to the surgery that he just had.
I just heard you in your ears when we chill, bro.
The aggressive officer counters Tyreek's knee excuse with his own question. Had you had surgery on your ears when we told you to put the windows down? Basically saying, we're not buying your bullshit with regard to your knee surgery. We told you several times to lower the window. You refused to comply, and that's what led to this. Should Tyreek have been dragged out of the car? Yes. If you do not comply, then the officers have no choice. How many times have we seen people end up dead in this situation? And it's not because Tyreek is rich. It's not because the color black is involved. In fact, red cars are the most commonly pulled over cars in the United States. So color had nothing to do with it. So you must comply when you're in this situation, especially if you were the one that was potentially speeding at a level that could even be a felony. In certain states, if your speed is excessive, you could actually be arrested on the spot and charged with a crime.
Chill, bro. Hey, don't do, bro. Back up. Hey, come on.
Back off right now.
We're going to end it with Tyreek's friend coming over to see what's going on. And as you can hear at the end, he's saying, call Drew. There's a second part to this. I'm going to bring in a friend that knows these guys, lived in the area, played football, and understands the relationship between an agent. Here, both sides can improve on how they interact with each other. Remember that what we see generally is just the surface. There's a psychological battle going on, and clearly it was going on here. And there goes Tyreek. He's probably doing about 110.
Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man.
Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out.
Get out. Get out. Damn. What part of ground are you in this town?